Class 11th Biology, Unit 2nd, Morphology of Flowering Plants. Now the fruits. Mature ovary in plant is called fruits, or fruits are the ripened ovary. After pollination and fertilization, calyx, corolla, endoecium and stigma as well as style of gynoecium is shed out in most of the plants. Only ovary remain on thalamus. It develop into fruit. Pollination and fertilization is essential for the development of fruit from ovary. It is assumed that certain hormones or growth regulators produced by pollen tube induce the process of fruit formation or fruit development. Development of fruit as a result of fertilization. Remarkable changes take place in a flower as the ovule change into seed. Usually all the parts of flowers except the ovary wither away. The ovary begin to enlarge simultaneously with the development of seed and ultimately become the fruit. During this time, a kind of copious succulent parenchyma develop within the ovary, which become charged with vegetable acids, sugar, and other scented matters. The ovary also exhibit remarkable changes by multilocular and multi-ovular ovary may change into a unilocular and one-seeded by the dissolution of some partition walls and non-development of some ovules. On the other hand, unilocular ovary may become multilocular by the development of false partition wall. When fertilization does not take place, the ovary withers. Change in the ovary during fruit formation. During the course of formation of fruit from a ovary, after fertilization, style and stigma of flower get dried and fall down. Other part of flower like stamens, calyx, corolla also fall down. But in many flowers, for example in family Solanaceae, calyx do not fall, as in brinjal. These calyx are called persistent calyx. After fertilization, ovary is transformed into fruit and ovary wall into fruit ball. Ovule is converted into seed. Outer integument forms testa and inner integuments form tegmen. Both the structures together form seed coat. Diploid zygote is converted into embryo. It is composed of plumule, red cells and cotyledons. Secondary nuclei form endosperm, which provide nutrition to developing embryo. Nucellus completely disappears. In many plants, it provides nutrition and is called perisperms. The development of embryo and development of endosperms we have to read in second chapter, reproduction in flowering plants. The structure of fruit. A fruit consists of a ball or pericarp, which is actually the ball of the ovary. When developed, it shows three layers: epicarp, mesocarp, and endocarp. In most of the fruits, the edible portion is mesocarp. Epicarp make the skin of the fruit. Mesocarp make the pulpy part of fruits, as in mango, peach, and the endocarp makes the inner part, which is very thin and membranous, as in orange, or it may be hard and stony, as in mango. These are usually more evident in the simple fleshy fruits. In dry fruits, the pericarp is papery or woody and is not distinguishable into three zones. When ripe, some fruits remain fleshy and pulpy, while others dry up, becoming papery or stony. The biological need of the fruit is in the protection of seed, forming a cage around it. This is the point where the angiosperm and gymnosperms differ. The angiosperms are with a case and the gymnosperm without case, means they have the naked seed. They also help in dispersal of the seeds. Parthenocarpic fruits, a fruit is usually developed by the act of fertilization, but there are some cases where fruit is formed without fertilization. This type of fruits are called parthenocarpic fruits, and this process is called parthenocarpy. True and false fruits, mostly ovary, ripened and converted into fruit, but when some other part of flowers converted into fruits, then it is called the false fruit. When other part like a thalamus, receptacles or calyx take part in development of fruit, for example in apple, the thalamus grow around the ovary and become fleshy. In Dillenia, calyx is persistent and develop into the main part of fruit. Some fruit also develop from the inflorescence like mulberry, jackfruit, peepal, banyan. In cashew nut, the peduncles and thalamus form the pseudocarp or pseudofruits. Dehiscence of fruits means the bursting of fruits on ripening to release the seeds is called dehiscence. Bursting of fruit after maturity is called dehiscence. This is a very important process for dispersal of seeds. This is a natural process. However, all fruits do not dehisce. The fruits showing dehiscence after maturity are called dehiscent fruits, and those not showing are called indehiscent fruits. For example, papaver, portulaca, cotton, pea, gram, bean. Similarly, fruits those showing dehiscence are oak, mustard, etc. Dehiscent fruits may show dehiscence by any of following methods. Types of dehiscence. Structural dehiscence. In this type of dehiscence, fruit dehisce from their margins. One margins open and release the seeds, as in pea, gram, beans. Porous dehiscence. Here the fruit dehiscence is through pore on fruit pericarp. Bulb look like flaps. It is found in capsular fruits like poppy. Transverse dehiscence. This type of dehiscence is also called circumscissile. Here the dehiscence is transverse and the tip bulb come of a delete like Calosia, Pistata, Jatamasi, Plantato, Amaranthus, etc. Locucidial. loculicidal dehiscence. This type of dehiscence is found in fruits formed by multilocular ovary. Each locule is split along the middle of the back and separate into as many bulbs as the number of locules present. Examples are the plants of family Malvaceae, Acanthaceae, family Malvaceae like ladyfinger, cotton, China rose, septicidal dehiscence. In this type of dehiscence, fruit open at the point of union of septum or portions or partitions to the side wall in such a way that carpels separate with each other. Example linum, mustard, ricinus, septifragal, septifragal dehiscence. This type of dehiscence is also found in fruits developing from multicarpellary gynecium. Placenta remain in the center undehiscent, but the pericarp become divided into segments called bulb. These bulbs fall off, leaving the seeds attached to the central column of placenta, as in Datura. Now the classification of fruits. 10 मिनट हुआ. Classification of fruits: simple fruits, aggregate fruits, and composite or multiple fruits. Primarily, fruits are classified into 3 categories. Simple fruits further is divided into dry fruits and fleshy fruits. Dry fruits may be dehiscent or capsular. Indehiscents are achinal and schizocarpy. Dehiscents part are legume, dehiscent part are legume, follicle, silica, silicula, and capsule. Non-dehiscents Echinae, Periopsis, Cypsela, Samara, and nuts. Schizocarpic, Schizocarpis are Lomenthum, Cremocarp, Regma, Carcerulus, and double samara. Fleshy are succulent fruits. They may be drupe, berry, pepo. Drupe, berry, pepo. Hesperidium. Pome, Balasta and Amphisarca. Aggregate fruits are Interior, Iterio of follicles, Iterio of acnes, Iterio of drupes, Iterio of berries, and Iterio of samara. Composite fruits, Sorosis and Syconus. First we have to read simple fruits. Simple fruits are those which develop from a single flower having monocarpellary ovary or syncarpous polycarpellary ovary with or without accessory pods. Simple fruits consist of a thin, hard and dry pericarp. These fruits may be of two types, dry fruits and fleshy or succulent fruits. Fruits in which pericarp is not distinct into three layers are called as dry fruits. Dry fruits consist of a thin, hard and dry pericarp. Dry fruits are divided into three groups: capsular fruits, achinal fruits and schizocarpic fruits. Capsular fruits are dehiscent fruits. In these fruits, the pericarp bursts automatically on ripening and discharge their seeds. Such fruits become dry at maturity. These fruits are divided into many categories. Pod or legume. This is characteristic of Leguminaceae family. For example, pea showing superior monocarpellary one-chambered fruit. Follicles. This type of dry fruits resemble with legume, but with one difference, that it descends by both the sutures, whereas legume descends by one suture only, because they have bicarpellary ovary. Therefore, both the carpels remove. Silicope. This is developed from a bicarpellary superior ovary which is one chambered but appear two chambered because a false septum called rafulum is formed. This type is characteristic of family Cruciferae. Example: mustard. Silicula. This is the shorter and flattened form of silica. The length and breadth of this fruit is nearly equal and bear only a few seeds. For example, candy tuft, capsula, etc. Capsules. These develop from a superior syncarpous ovary and dehisced by bulb. This is many-seeded, uni or multilocular fruits. Example is poppy, arzimum, etc. In capsule type of fruits, following type of dehiscence may be found. Porosidial capsule dehisced by mean of pores. Denticial, it dehisced by mean of apical teeth. Pycedium, dehiscence takes place by means of transverse and round lining formed on the pericarp. Loculocidals, fruit dehisced by mean of formation of longitudinal cleft or suture. Septicidial, dehiscence takes place on the septum of mid pericarp. septifraggles. In this type of dehiscence, capsule dehisces irregularly, but seed remain always on the central axis as in the tuber. Second type in dehiscence are echinal fruits. These fruits do not dehisce after ripening and their seeds remain inside the pericarp. Seeds are liberated only by the decomposition of pericarp or by its accidental destruction. They may be further subdivided into achenes. These are very small, dry, one-seeded fruits developing from a monocarpellary superior unilocular ovary. Here pericarp is free from the seed coat. Example, clematis, caryopsis. This is one-seeded fruit developed from a superior monocarpellary ovary, wheat, rice, maize, etc. Shipsella. This is one-seeded fruit having free seed coat and fruit word. These fruit develop from bicarpellary syncarpus inferior ovary, a sunflower, tagates, cosmos, marigold, etc. Samara. These fruits may be one or two seeded, have a flattened wing-like outgrowth which develop from pericarp. Sal, chilbil, etc. Nut. This is a one-chambered, one-seeded fruit developed from superior pericarpillary ovary. Pericarp in these fruits become hard and stony. For example, trapa or singhada, kaju nut, pak, lychee. In lychee, fleshy erig is edible. Third type of dry fruits is rhizocarpic fruits. These fruits after ripening are divided into one-seeded segments or mericarps, but these mericarps do not rupture further. In this way, this group of fruit is intermediate between dehiscence and non-dehiscence. These fruits are developed from superior or inferior syncarpus ovary, may be of cremocarp. This fruit is developed from inferior bicarpellary syncarpus bilocular ovary. At maturity, these fruits split into two one-seeded mericarps. Two mericarps remain attached to top of central axis known as carpophores. Example, coriander, fennel, carrot, dhania, saunf, gajar. Carcerulus. This fruit develops from bicarpellary syncarpus superior multilocular ovary. In the beginning, it has many seeds in each locule, but afterward, due to formation of false septa, it gets divided into many one-seeded parts called mericarps. Example, malva. Third type is regma. It develops from tri to pentracarpellary syncarpus superior ovary. On maturity, it still divided into many parts as the number of carpels. Each part is known as coccus. Each coccus is one-seeded. Example, castor, lomentum. This fruit develop from monocarpellary unilocular superior ovary. Here the fruit is broken into several one-seeded mericarps. Example, acacia, babool, groundnut, double samara. These fruits develop from bicarp. These fruits develop from bicarpellary syncarpus superior ovary. On maturity, fruit get split into one-seeded samaras. The two samara get joined, forming a double flat-winged structure, the double of maples. Fleshy are succulent fruits. Fleshy fruits usually remain succulent and juicy even when fully matures. Normally, these fruits have an outer thin epicarp, middle fleshy mesocarp, and inner stony endocarp. These succulent fruits may be further classified as drupe. This is normally one-seeded fruit with a skinny epicarp, fibrous and juicy mesocarp, and stony endocarp. Drupes are also called stony fruits, for example, mango, almond, cherry, walnut, plum, coconut, fibrous drupe. Berry are bakka, berry or bakka. This term is applied to any fleshy fruits with no hard part excepting the seeds. One or the other of epicarp, mesocarp, endocarp may sometimes be differentiated, or they may form a pulp in which the seeds are embedded. For example, tomato, brinjal, guava, pepo. This is a fleshy, many-seeded fruit developing from an inferior one of the three-celled syncarpous ovary. In these fruits, the epicarp is thin, skin-like. Meso and endocarp are fleshy and juicy. Various members of the Cucurbitaceae family like cucurbita, karela, pumpkin, etc. Pome. This is many-seeded fleshy fruit developing from a penta or polycarpary syncarpous inferior ovary. In this case, seeds remain enclosed by the fused pericarp. Here, thalamus become fleshy, which is the edible part. Such fruits are known as false fruits, apple, pear, etc. Hesperidium. It is a fleshy, many-seeded fruit developing from a many-celled syncarpous superior ovary with axile placentation. Mesocarp is in the form of void fibrous part fused with epicarp. Membranous endocarp projects inwards, forming distinct chambers with juicy placental hairs, which are edible. Orange, lemon, etc. Balasta. This fruit develops from multilocular syncarpous inferior ovary. Here, testa is fleshy and firm. Edible part of fruit. Tegmen is hard. Seeds are irregularly arranged. For example, pomegranate. Amphisarca. This fruit develops from multilocular polycarpillary superior ovary. Its endocarp is hard. Its exocarp is hard. Mesocarp and endocarp is fleshy. Its edible part is mesocarp and endocarp. Example, bale. Aggregate fruits.